Jackson has been a strong advocate for banning abortion mission. Are you?
Yo, what's the deal? What's the deal? It's your boy Hendo, and we back talking sports. NBA 75, Bron James.
For the exemptions for rape and incest.
I am not.
No exceptions for rape and incest, or what about health of the mother?
No exceptions.
Anointed the chosen one in high school, LeBron James immediately proved to be a unique combination of strength, skill, and savvy. A four-time champion, four-time MVP, and finals MVP. The King ranks third all-time in career scoring and continues to write his legacy.
Here he comes the other way. There's your first James Jam.
I'm going to say this. From the time he came in the league, bro, he was NBA ready. Like, I see why the hype was around him. Because he was NBA ready. The only thing that wasn't ready is his free throw shooting and his shooting overall. But everything else.
Career.
LeBron, you would think he's from another planet. For a guy his size, I don't know what he weighs. Look like he weighs 260 to 70 or something like that. But his quickness and agility, it's just unbelievable. I don't think you ever see another player like that.
LeBron is in a class of his own. He is absolutely unique. He's Michael. He's Magic. He's Kobe. He's Jerry West. He's Bill Russell. You take all of these great players.
He a piece of all of them. I'll give him that.
And you put them in a blender, mix them up. LeBron's got something. Some people can play.
But I'm going to be real. One thing that always bothered me about LeBron, I will never sit here and say LeBron not clutch. But LeBron pick and choose when he wants to be clutch. Sometimes he wants to make the right play, and sometimes he wants to be clutch and take over the game. And sometimes when he makes the right play, it don't go as planned. They start blaming him for it, and people get mad. You can't get mad. And sometimes when he takes the game over, it don't go how he playing, and some people get mad. You can't get mad at that. When you are the best player, and he has been the best player on every team that has won the championship. You know what I'm saying? I don't hold some championships against him, but at the same time, you can't get praise for all of that. Just like the 2004 finals for Kobe, that was terrible for him. Michael never really had a terrible finals. But yeah, like the rest of the team. But yeah, LeBron James, definitely probably the best all-around player. Definitely, probably.
Charades, and some people, rookies. So sad. So sad.
Of all of them in him.
Probably the smartest player in our game, which you couple that with the experience that he has.
This nigga, he didn't start running the motherfucker. LeBron James bandwagon train. Like, I don't know what's going on. He got signed to Clutch Sports, and now he running the LeBron James train. You feel me? Like, ain't nothing wrong with that, but you do know that show. You have to face him. Like, you feel me? Like, that's the same thing Toronto used to do and get ran over.
Physical tools, the skill, the work ethic, and it ends up equaling out to one of the most
That's what some of these motherfucking athletes need to train with. LeBron, he rarely ever get hurt. And if he get hurt, it's like an ankle injury or something with his groin or something.
Powerful players to ever play this game.
I remember first time playing against him in the actual game. He was so much bigger and stronger than everybody at that position. And me and Tayshaun was sitting on the bench because, at that time he was a pass-first type of guy. He still is a pass-first type of guy. And we were like, hey, you know what, we better beat up on him now because once...
Yeah, I give him that. When he was, before he really learned how to shoot, he was passing more, like, definitely. But as soon as he got the jumper together, it was takeoff.
He figures it out, we ain't gonna have a chance. And in that playoff game, he kind of figured it out and had 25 straight points on us.
But we didn't have Ben Wallace, though. Let's be real. Like, He feasted on them niggas. Like, I ain't got, man, I'm in this motherfucking paint every time, bro. Like, they couldn't stop it, bro. It was remarkable to see.
To 6. Goes behind the back. And the game is tied at 104.
That's too good right there.
I looked at Tay, I said, Tay, bro, he figured it out, man. That might have been our last time the year before that of beating up on LeBron James, because now this kid is about to take over the league.
One of the great performances of all time in playoff history.
This man's.
That's when they was like, you know what, he could be the best player in the world. He wasn't yet. But that's because right after that, that's when, you know what I'm saying, start going on his run. I believe he was the second best player in the league, period. Like, it was him, D-Wade, Kobe, you know what I'm saying, a couple other dudes, but those three for sure.
Mind is a stinking computer. We're playing in the playoffs, I think it was Detroit. He's calling out their substitution patterns. He goes, hey, in 2 minutes, they're bringing in Aaron Baines and they're taking this out. So let's go on a run. When Baines comes in, Chaney's going to come in, boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, okay, maybe.
We had no chance that year. I don't even know what the fuck we was even doing in the playoffs. I was happy that Detroit made the playoffs, but we had no chance, bro. It was facing nigga Reggie Jackson, niggas like that. Like, bro, we wasn't finna do shit, bro.
Because I'm watching film too now. So I'm like, okay, I may have seen that. Lo and behold, 2 minutes comes in. I walk to the thing. We're running these plays. He's calling out their plays. Toronto, Eastern Conference Finals. This is
He another one. He like a coach on the basketball court.
a true story from a Toronto player, and I was there because he was guarding me. They come out of a timeout, and Kyle Lowry throws his hands up, whatever, and the guy goes, dang, I didn't see the call. Brown goes, you're supposed to be in the corner, and then you're going to cut across. He's going to sit it down screen. You're going to come over. We're going to switch that, and then Kyle's going to have to play me one-on-one.
First of all, that's disrespectful for a nigga to call your own play out. I'd be like, hey, chill out, bro. Real talk. Chill out. Real talk.
Kyle plays the ball. And the dude goes, stop it. I said, this is every day. This is every single day.
LeBron, the king. I could remember one time in being in Cleveland, being picked up one of my friends. Where we going? You got to see this kid. I know, man, I'm hungry. No, you got.
Hey, no real talk, bro. If they would have gave him like a 2005, 2004, 2005, 2006 version of Shaq, they could have really did something. He had a over-the-hill Shaq, like an old-ass Shaq that really body wasn't doing the same thing.
See this kid. What kid? I'm like, damn, he's on Sports Illustrated already? So we pulled in the gym in Cleveland, and it's packed. And I see this kid, and I haven't seen nobody dominate high school like that since me. And I said to myself, he can go pro right now.
You've gone from watching drum solos on your phone to playing along with them in a soundproof basement. Download and rock out.
LeBron James' career has spanned nearly 2 decades now, and your careers aligned for the first one of them. Anyway, what was it like to game plan against a young LeBron James?
Well, I think it's interesting with LeBron. For a young guy coming into the league, his strength, his athleticism, his basketball intellect, his feel for the game was just incredible. And to lace him up, to go against him for the first time, you're kind of blown away. Like, this guy's not that young. He has a seasoned game. He has experience. He has a great feel.
And I will always give him that. From the day he stepped on the court, bro, he looked NBA ready. Keep it 100 with you. He's always been an all-around player. He was better on defense a couple years ago, but he's always been an all-around player. He's always been a great passer, been able to score 25, 30, give you 8 to 10 rebounds. He's always been a great all-around player. You feel me? He's just got better and better and better. I just don't like his indecisiveness. Just like I didn't like when Kobe was shooting too much. Just like I didn't like when Tim Duncan used to be so passive. It's a couple of my favorite players. Just like I ain't like when D-Wade you know what I'm saying, his jumper wasn't falling. My favorite players, you know what I'm saying, is a certain thing that you wish your favorite players would do.
And he was like the first guy out of high school directly into the NBA who didn't need to ease his way in. I mean, he came in with a big splash. He asserted himself. He let everybody know that he was the real deal. And to be so young was so impressive. And so he was a nightmare, even back then, the game plan for. He was still on the defensive end. I don't think he was up to where he eventually became, but a great player right out the gate. Impressive to watch and certainly difficult to prepare for.
And he won often, even before he was wearing several rings. What did it take, though, for him to become a champion?
That's interesting. I think.
But see, that's what I'll be talking about. You know what? Never mind.
I think he did. He won. He got to a finals. But I think a few things might have occurred in terms of him becoming a champion. And really just for this era and this generation, I think the standard when it comes to championship basketball, I think one, USA Basketball. He won a gold medal in 2008, the Beijing Olympics. I think being in that environment, learning from Kobe Bryant, learning from Jason Kidd, some of the
What did he learn from Kobe? Kobe can't teach him nothing. He's the GOAT. See, my problem be, I love LeBron James' game and everything, but just like, you know what I'm saying, Kobe learned from MJ and Hakeem. LeBron learned from Kobe. Kobe probably learned something from LeBron.
Veterans as a young player, I think that really served him well at that point of his career. And I think going on to Miami, joining a culture where there's structured accountability and everything is about winning and winning championships. And so learning and understanding that process, the sacrifice, the discipline, the collective responsibility that goes into winning, he really kind of grew up, and there was a great sort of maturation that occurred there for him. And so I think that was sort of when a shift was happening for him. Mm-hmm. And he was off and running and was in the finals. It seemed like.
Yeah, like I said, after that finals and everything, I think that's when he really started to really figure it out, and his jumper started to get way better. He started to, figure things out and everything. I'd say this, he didn't have a second star in Cleveland. He had pretty good role players and everything like that, but at that moment, he wasn't able to elevate them far enough. When he got to the Heat, that, like I said, that's my favorite Bron. That's when he was at his absolute peak.
Every year for a good portion of his career.
When his career is finally complete, how will LeBron be remembered in the story of basketball?
I think when his game is done and his career is over with, I think his excellence on the court, without a doubt, you can put him on the Mount Rushmore. You can debate whether he's the greatest or not. But I think certainly he will be remembered for his accomplishments on the court, but also off the court. I think he kind of took the mantle from the sports marketing standpoint that Michael Jordan had started, and he took it to another level. Owning the relationships, employing his friends, building platforms and businesses away from the court.
That's why he's a billionaire. He's definitely been a smart businessman, for real.
That was huge. And then also the social justice, speaking out on causes, really inspiring, I believe, a generation of athletes to use their voice. And to, so I think a combination of things I think are what he'll be remembered for, and certainly an incredible legacy that he's had and, will be remembered for, because of what he did on and off the court.
And one he's continuing to build.
That's right.
So the first time I seen LeBron play, so let me tell you a story. I remember seeing LeBron for the first.
I need to respect this man, though. Respect this man. Because just like, you know what I'm saying, everybody needed somebody. Respect this man, for real. He taught LeBron how to win.
Time, he was doing a special. Let's say it was on a network,
And in this special, he was a junior, and it was like coming out this junior season. He had this little nappy fro and baby face, squeaky voice. And I remember listening to the interview and hearing him say like if he can challenge the rule to enter the NBA after junior, like he would. And I remember thinking, this cocky little what? He think he can leave high school after junior and go play in the NBA? And then he had the game.
And he did it. That's what I'm saying. He did it. And when he played and came in, he was NBA ready. Like, he averaged 20 points a game like it was nothing.
On ESPN with Dick Vitale, just that whole, the first high school game that we seen. And I tuned in like everybody else to just see what this guy was all about. 3 minutes in watching him play, I was like, oh, okay. This dude, he good. Like, he's on another level. He was a star. Like, to have that moment, to be able to perform like that when this moment was so big and he made it look so easy, you knew he was a star.
Great ones do that. Yeah, man. That was LeBron James, King James, man. NBA 75 stories, man. This being Who Is Hendo, man. Put in the comments if you want me to do some other guys. Man, I appreciate y'all for all the views and all the likes. Subscribe, please, man. Share, man. Podcast, like I said, coming soon. This Who Is Hendo. I'm out.